Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to touch a topic which is related to the first topic when I was talking about that any man that find himself sitting in the car, coming back home, sitting in the car and don't want to go out to the house should divorce. Hey, why you say that? What about trying? What about cheating on a change? What about? I'm telling you, what about? This is a serious symptom that it's similar to somebody that they discovered on him a fourth stage cancer. So when a person, let me drink something, become very dry here. When a person reach a point, I'm talking about men now, forget women. The women, I'm not talking about women here, I'm talking about us men. When we reach a point, and it started with hey, go out, sleep on the sofa. Hey, don't do this. Hey, don't do that. You become now a dog, basically a little dog that has no rights whatsoever. But when it's reached a point that when you come home, as I said, and you sit in your car and do not want to go home, which happened to me for a long time, this is one of the worst signs that your marriage is over. The question is how it's going to be over. You can wait another year or two. You can wait a lifetime and live like a dog. You can wait, it depends on you and 80% on her. Because it's not only you. But at this point, when you stay in your car, and I touched it before, there's a mosquito come here to my car. Anyway, this is stage 4 cancer. So my advice, which my father told me many years ago, he called me Moji. My father was from Romania originally. He spoke 7 languages. He was a very smart man. And me in the house, at home, I see a very successful relationship between him and my mother. 1 in a million, you can see that. So it was hard for me to imagine that something different gonna happen to me. But anyway, my point is like that. He said, Moji, when you sit in your car, when you come back from work, and I was a big, in a very strong position in the airport authority, the main airport in the country that I came from. A relatively young age 35. And I didn't want to go home. What was their home? A crazy woman screaming like a mad dog, 3 children, probably hungry because she refused to cook for them, and she didn't know how to cook anyway. Mountain of not temporary, permanent diapers at those days I'm talking about. The dry shit was stick to them like a contact glue, and I needed to clean it. After 9 hours a job, very hard job, now I need to be a slave in the house because she was lazy. But anyway, this is not the point here. The point is that if I would listen to my old man, my father, that called me Moji, that saw everything like I see now, other people's situation, I would save myself years and years and years of aggravation, sadness, and you name it. And maybe I would save the relationship between me and my children. I lost it all. I lost my children. I lost everything. She poisoned the brain so strong. But anyway, my point is, let's go back to the symptoms of the disease, okay? This is now stage 4 cancer when you sit in the car. And one of the excuses that men telling me, because I talk to many men, I wrote a book many years ago called For Women Only, How to Control a Man. So many men are telling me this, well, I cannot live now, my children, the children. What children? If you divorce her, there is a chance that if you go by the law that you will have some rights. But if you do not divorce her on time, she will poison the kids to a point that when you divorce her too late, bye-bye children, they're not going to listen to you. Why? My kids, me and my kids, they love me, they know I love them. Bullshit. I tell you why. Because we humans are very funny creatures. One of the worst, I would say, screw in the head that we have is that we are very sensitive, and when we exposed to brainwash, it's affecting us very strong. So most humans, when you tell them a lie for a long time and constantly, they will believe that the lie is the truth. Don't tell me it's not going to happen to me. It's happened to 80 million Germans in 1940 when Hitler came to power, and he didn't know how to put or how to organize the German people behind him. They didn't believe him in the beginning. They were sure he's a lunatic. But his propaganda minister, Mr. Joseph whatever, told him, age 35, to tell them, we must find a target, convince the German people that they are the enemy, and the German will become behind you, will support you. They found the Jews, of course. Very easy to blame the Jews for everything. Like every wife, now a husband, all over the world, people all over the world, married people, that they reach a point that they sit in the car waiting to I don't know, waiting for what. Now you understand how the Jews all over the world, before Second World War, for 2,000 years, they felt. Everybody blamed them for everything. Like you, mister. They blame you. Your wife for sure blame you for everything. And your kids, they will blame you for everything, mister. You think I'm lunatic? You think I'm crazy? No, I'm not. I've been around, happened to me, happened to thousands of people. And I did survey when I wrote my book many years ago called For Women Only, How to Control a Man. My pen name was Harrison Forrest. I put it in some newspaper. She was a lesbian, the manager there, and she hated me, and she wrote in the newspaper some article against me, and she called me Forrest Gump. Turned to be that it was so bad what she wrote that people were very curious to see what is this book all about, and she caused me to sell many books because of negative opinion. Anyway, let's go back. So many men said, I cannot do anything. You see, what do you mean you cannot do? Who told you cannot do? That's the problem. We are the enemy of ourselves. She didn't aim a gun to my head many years ago, and most women don't aim a gun to your head, but they know how to control us. They know how. But anyway, we come up with some excuses. My children, I cannot leave them alone. Who said you leave them alone? By law, you have some rights. Oh, you're going to lose a lot. But you're going to lose a lot or more later. The longer you wait, the more you're going to lose. Trust me on that. So, one excuse is, my children. Second excuse to yourself, ooh, I'm going to lose half of the house. I'm going to lose this. I'm going to lose this. Okay, let's live like a slave, like a dog, sleep on the sofa every night, and be punished all the time just to keep what I have intact. Really? Intact. How you enjoy your wealth when you live like a dog? I don't understand. You live like a slave. So you are a rich slave, so you have some assets that make you feel good, but in reality, I don't think you live like a king. You live like a slave as long as you marry to this monster. Anyway, the second or the third excuse is, I don't want to feel lonely. What? Now, listen very carefully. This word is one of the most disturbing word and idea that men have in their head. And this idea has no connection to life or reality whatsoever, because you look at your life, the moment you're born until you get married, most of the time you're lonely. Yeah, you see your parents, they take care of you here and there. You play with your friends, children, but you are not taken care of by somebody that really loves you all the time. I'm not talking about baby 2 years old. I'm talking about child, teenager. You run with your friends. They're all selfish. You selfish. So all this gathering around and all this nonsense and games, are you really connect to somebody that really love you and every minute want to take care of you and make you a cup of tea or coffee? No, you are alone anyway. And those who divorced and come with the idea that they are lonely and this is the reason they want to get married, these are the number one future victims to play the game in front of us. Because people like that, they probably say, not probably, they say, oh, the moment I'm gonna find a woman, I'm gonna be happy, not lonely like before. Really? So now you're 45, you divorced before, or 40, or 50, never mind now the number. And you find a woman. Let's say she's younger than you, 7 years, 5 years, 10 years. 99% of the cases, she was already married, she have children, and maybe grandchildren. Do you think for a moment that she needs you in her life so she can take care of you? She has so many people, but probably older parents, probably teenagers, or adults that just married and maybe grandchildren. She will take care of you. So you're not going to be lonely and you feel we're in the family. Come on, man. Please don't dream this dream. Don't think that this will happen. It will never happen. Never. Unless you have few millions dollars in the bank, 20, 30 millions. She see that you are, heavy, deep pockets, they will treat you nice just because I'm become dry again. Just because you're money. But if you don't have, and most people don't have this amount of money, well, how you gonna use your magnet so they can come to you and say, oh, you are the right person in our lives? Nonsense. Loneliness is in your head. It's only in your... If you expect people, either women or men, to take you out from your loneliness, you have a big problem. It ain't gonna happen. You need to learn to live alone, and when you can go out, you can enjoy, you can meet people, but to stay out there and crying that you are lonely, no, it's gonna destroy you.